Right, welcome everybody. Welcome to the video that a lot of people have been waiting for over on Twitter. Today is indeed the Premier League, well, my Premier League predictions video. I've got everything laid out in front of us. This is just a software that I've been using. I'm gonna try and edit this. Give me 1 second right now while I try and edit this picture because it's cropped a bit too much. Give us a second. We're not very prepared. Right. Let's see if I can get this in a bit better, or if it's gonna mess us up even more. Who knows? Who knows? I'm on a website, by the way, that this is a league that's been brought on. So yeah, I am on a website that this is just a little. It's got little banners and things, but yeah, it's pretty cool. We'll see what happens. So starting straight off with the bottom end of the table. My bottom end of the table, and it's my bottom end only. This is just my predictions. Don't be offended if you're any of the fans that I'm putting in the bottom end of the league. It's just my prediction. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. It is what it is. Okay. So bottom of the Premier League, rock smack bottom of the Premier League for me is Bournemouth. Bournemouth will be the team that is rock bottom of the Premier League come the end of the season, in my opinion. I just think we are. After Bournemouth in 19th position, I have indeed got Brighton. So after Bournemouth, I have Brighton. I think Brighton will be another team that will go down. I just don't think there's a lot there this season for Brighton. I don't think they'll stay up. Yeah, as I said, my opinion. Then after Brighton, a one that's going to shock a lot of people, and I might get a lot of hate for it, Leeds. I don't think Leeds will stay up, but I think it'll be a close one between Leeds and some other teams that I'm going to put in there, and I'll explain my points towards the end, and you'll see why I've got them the way I've got them. But yeah, Leeds, that's my bottom three prediction. Bournemouth, Brighton and Leeds. Bournemouth being the one that goes down, is in 20th position. In regards to the relegation battle positions, after Leeds, I have in 17th position, I have indeed got Fulham. Fulham, I think it's going to be a close one between Fulham and Leeds this year. I think there will be a big, massive relegation battle this year. I think there'll be at least, you're talking like them four teams plus probably another fifth. I think there'll be a 5-team brawl at the bottom of the table, but it might prove us wrong. It might be an interesting season. I'm expecting an interesting season because of the dealings Forest have done, to be quite honest. After Fulham, I have in 16th position, I've got Nottingham Forest. Their logo's a bit crap on here, but yeah, I've got Nottingham Forest in 16th position. I just think Forest, I think Forest have got enough about them to stay up. I think the captures of Lingard and that centre-back that they've signed, I think, and Dean Henderson. I think Nottingham Forest, if the players glue, I think they'll do well this season. So yeah, Nottingham Forest, I've got them in 16th position. After Nottingham Forest, I indeed have, where are they? I can't see them. Why can't I see them? I do. There they are. I have Southampton. So in 15th position, I've got a Southampton. I just think Southampton will be a team that will probably be in relegation battle this year. I was going to put them in my bottom three this year, just due to they're not really doing much at all, Southampton. But I think for Southampton, there's a few players that will keep them up in there. I just think they get quite lucky, and I can see them being in a relegation battle, but I can't see them being in that bottom three come the end of the season. In regards to the bottom half now, I'm going to say they are the relegation battles. Them 6 teams are more or less going to be the relegation battle for me. In 14th, I have got the one and only Everton. So Everton, I think Everton will be towards the bottom end of the Premier League. I just think Everton will probably get really, really slated this year. I think they'll realise how poor the squad is, how much it really does need a good overall sell, change things. Hello Jason, how are you doing, my man? Thanks for tuning in. But yeah, so Everton, I think Everton will be towards the bottom half of the table in 14th. In 13th, I have got Crystal Palace. So yeah, in 13th position, I think I've got Crystal Palace just due to the fact that Palace, I think, get off very lucky with the likes of having Zaha and stuff. I know he doesn't do that much as he used to, but I think I don't see Palace towards the rock bottom of the table and relegation battle. I just think they've got enough about them to probably stay up this season. In 12th position now, I have got Brentford. So, in 12th, I've got Brentford just solely the fact I don't think they're going to have such of a good season as they did last year. I think they'll do better than Everton and Palace, just in my own personal opinion. I think Ivan Toney will be the key factor for them if he stays fit this season. I think his goals alone will separate them between the top end of the table and the bottom end of the table. I know it says bottom half, don't worry. I understand it says bottom half, but yeah, that's just my prediction. I think Brentford will be 12th. In 11th, I've got Leicester. I was going to put Leicester further down the table just due to the fact that I think Leicester's going to struggle this year. I think, yes, they've got some firepower in that team. Don't get me wrong, but I think morale at the club's really, really, it's going to be shocked coming towards the end of like the transfer window and things. Leicester need to sell, let's be real. It might change depending on who they buy, or who they sell. But someone's leaving Leicester and they have to in this window. It's pretty obvious, if I'm totally honest. We're in the top 10 now, so this is going to be my top half of the table. I have got, in 10th, I've got Aston Villa. I think Steven Gerrard's really is doing something really well at Villa. I think they'll have another decent season under Gerrard. They've brought in a few players, Diego Carlos being one of them main mans at the back. I think Villa will do a bit better this season, just with the back four they've got. They're looking very, very strong, Villa. But yeah, just 10 for Villa this season, in my opinion. It was a mix between them and the next people now, which is West Ham. It was going to be a case of West Ham were going to be the team to be 10th and Villa be 9th, but I think West Ham will come towards the end of the season. I think they'll be above Villa. But yeah, moving on into 8th, I have got Wolves. In 8th, Wolves is another team. I just think Wolves, they're normally a really decent team, Wolves. Having Adama Traore come back from Barcelona, I know he's been a pain in the arse with Wolves and things, but I think we'll see him come back in his team, and I think we'll see Wolves play some really good football again this season. And obviously, my favourite team of all, I have in 7th for this season, Newcastle United. I think just solely regards to the fact of how momentum the transfers were probably going to do by the end of the transfer window. I just think Newcastle will be in 7th this season. I think Newcastle 7th position. I know it's very, very high. I'm going to get a lot of hate in the comments because it is my team, but this is my predictions. Don't forget, I'm going to be biased in some areas, but I'm not really. I honestly think Newcastle United will finish in 7th. So ignore this one, the European Conference League, because don't really know where that starts, if I'm totally honest. But next, I'm going to say, is going to be in 6th position, Tottenham. I think Tottenham will be in 6th this year. I just think Conte's still got quite a bit of rebuilding at that team and seeing how the players gel. So time will tell with how they get on during the season, but I think they've got a lot more to do in regards to gelling in that team and how it actually works out and things. So I don't think Tottenham will break into that top 5 sort of positioning yet come this season. I'm just going to move on to the Champions League qualifications sort of thing in a minute, but yeah. In 5th, I have got Man United. I think Man United, I think they'll change a bit. I don't know what it is. I think with the new manager coming in, yes, he's going to be training and doing different football and things like that. But I don't think he's going to change that team drastically enough for them to compete for really, really like 1st and 2nd position. I don't think ever that's going to be. I think it's going to be a long time until Man United compete again. And there's some really, really massive work that needs to be done in and behind the scenes at Man United. But now in 4th, this is one that's going to be very interesting and it's probably going to shock a lot of people, but I just think just solely of the transfer business they're doing and the revival of the team, Arsenal. I think Arsenal will be in 4th this season just because I think Gabriel Jesus will be absolutely outstanding for Arsenal this season. I've even backed myself and I want to put a bet on it. I still haven't got around to doing it. I'm probably too late, but I'm backing Gabriel Jesus to have easy over 20 goals this season, easily. I think Arsenal's got such a young team that's coming through, that it'll come out, but I just think Arsenal are really, really going to be a team that shock a lot of people this year, and I think they'll be really solid when it comes to things. After Arsenal in fourth, I have got Chelsea. So in regards to Chelsea, I've got them in third. In third. Sorry, I've got Chelsea in third, just due to the fact that I think even if Chelsea do get Aubameyang, because I know he's being linked in real life, I just think they've done a lot in regards to transfers and things. I think Chelsea, they need that centre back, but I think Chelsea will finish higher than Arsenal. I was gonna have third/fourth with Arsenal and Chelsea. I was gonna say Arsenal more than Chelsea, but I've decided in the end Chelsea's gonna be higher there than Arsenal. But yeah, Arsenal in third, and this is the big one. This is the one that basically says a statement of who's gonna win the league. And just down to the fact that I just think after watching the pre-season and things, I think he's going to have some time in development of the team, the league and things like that. I know he's an absolute world-class striker and things like that. So in second, I've got Manchester City. I do think Liverpool will win the league. I think Liverpool will win the league. Just due to the fact I think Nunez will be absolutely outstanding. I think he'll be mint. I think Nunez will be mint for Liverpool. I do think Haaland will be absolutely insane, don't get me wrong. But I really do think Liverpool will just be outstanding this year. I know a lot of people will say, but they've lost Mane. That's a massive loss, blah, blah, blah. But you need to understand, Luis Diaz, he's coming through absolutely outstanding for that club. Diaz is a man you watch next season because he's just something else, that player. And I just think he'll develop into something that everyone will be like, wow, they didn't actually... It doesn't matter, Mane is gone now. Diaz is there now. And obviously they've got Jota, who can also play on wings or striker and things like that, centre forward. They've got Firmino, they've got Nunez, they've got Salah, they've got depth, you know what I mean? They've just got something more about them. I know City's got all these world-class players on the bench, but I just think Liverpool... I think there's something else there, and I think this year will be Liverpool's year. But yeah. Don't forget, this is just obviously my opinion. Let us know if you have any disagreements and things down in the comment sections below. I'm always open to discussions and things, but obviously it is just my sole prediction. In chat, we've got a few messages saying, it's Jason saying, I have us in ninth. And more surprised to see Everton so high, lol. I have them in 18th going down. I was going to have Everton down there, but I think they will stay up. I don't know why, I just do. And then David Phillipson, he's also said, Brighton bottom, are you mad? Bottom three. Yes, I just think Brighton sold their left back. They don't have Dan Burn. That seems to have suffered madly for them. To be quite honest, I should have probably changed Leicester just due to the fact that Schmeichel's left and Leicester don't really have a massive, amazing first team keeper in there. But it is what it is. Jason, I have Brighton in 11th. That's fine, you know. I was close to saying Brighton had survived, but I really don't think they will. I think Leeds, as I said, Leeds, Fulham, Southampton. I'm going to completely rule Nottingham Forest out. I don't think Nottingham Forest. I don't even know why they're in there. I probably should take Nottingham Forest out of the relegation battle. I don't think Forest will get dragged into the relegation battle. I just don't. I think the dealings they've done, they've been really smart with. They've splashed the cash. I know there's going to be times where it's going to take time to mould in and things like that. But I just think Nottingham Forest are not going to get themselves stuck into that situation, whereas the likes of Southampton and Fulham, Southampton alone, you don't really see much happening at Southampton other than people coming through the youth academy. I know they've been like that for seasons and they managed to survive for the skin of their teeth and things, but I'd be very surprised if Forest got roped into one of them relegation battles. What else have we got? We've got Brighton will finish around where Leicester place, etc. I still have to disagree. I really do think Brighton will suffer madly this season. I think Brighton will go down. I just do. I think the only thing with teams like Brighton, Leeds, Bournemouth, Southampton, I shouldn't even compare Bournemouth, but like the Brighton, Leeds, and Southampton, they tend to pick points up of people that suffer, and the people that were suffering was like, to be honest, it was Newcastle, it was your Aston Villas, it was your Crystal Palace, it was your Brentford. But next season, Newcastle's going to be a completely different force. Let's be real. I think Crystal Palace will be a different team because they're just training really well. And I just Brentford are one of them teams where they're just hit and miss. But I just think Southampton will struggle like hell to pick up points up against everything. Alvarez is one to watch, not Haaland. City is first for me. Yes, I did see that Alvarez he does look really good, but in my opinion, if I'm totally honest, I would rather. I think I'd rather see Liverpool win this year. I know everyone's gonna hate us now because I'm saying, "Oh, you're letting the Scousers win," but no, like I think Liverpool have done really good in what they've bought, and they've always stuck to like the players that they've built. Klopp's always built around a team, and he's never really changed massively. Like he's never drastically changed that team. He's lost a massive player in Sadio Mane, but it's workable. Luis Diaz is going to be absolutely insane come next season for Liverpool. But yeah, that is my prediction. Don't forget, if you are watching this back on YouTube or anyone that's joined the live today, thank you very much for joining in. It's been a pleasure to have people on the live. We'll have plenty more of these coming in the future. Don't forget, leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the channel for more videos in the future. Thank you.